So let's talk about the double quadruple ramp rush. I mean, I don't even know what it's called, but even for the worst of ramp rushes, there are pros and cons. So this pro is the one reason why everyone but one does it. You know why? Yeah, just read it. It's insanely tedious to break. You have to break, I think, 6 structures to knock it down, and that's gonna waste about 50 AR ammo, if my math is correct. So yeah, now the main con is definitely that it takes 60 materials per stair. Like, seriously. 60! So basically, the average person or the average Fortnite player in endgame has about 360 materials of each type. That means you can build only 6 stairs up, and then you'll have all of your like wood, brick, or metal gone. Another one is it's very hard to master and be actually able to do. Most of the time, only PC players and console players can do it, and there's not much else to say about that one. The worst con, in my opinion, is that normally you can't build on mobile or Switch. Us mobile or Switch players don't have no fancy Builder Pro. Only PC players and those good console players have it. So it's really annoying because I can never use it. I mean, I don't really want to anyway, but yeah. And the last and probably most important part about this is the difficulty level, which I put at 7. It's definitely not like a 10 because 10s are practically impossible. 7 is pretty hard but not impossible, so yeah, I'd say it's 7 or 6 or 8. It's between 6 and 8. When it comes to the triple single ramp rush, I don't even know what to call it. All I know is that it's pretty confusing to build. So let's start with the few pros that there are. Number 1 is, I'd say this is the main pro because it allows you to get tons of space. Not just allows you to get tons of space because you have 3 stairways of space. So basically you have 3 blocks of space, and that's more than enough. Most people can do with 2 or 1, and 3, it can confuse the opponent of where you are if it's fully built. Another pro is that it's pretty annoying to break. Not super annoying to break, but it definitely is annoying to break. I said break way too many times. Whatever. And yeah, because you have to break down 3 different structures, which will take probably like 30 AR bullets. Most people wouldn't want to waste their ammo unless you're really high and you're trying to do skybridge and they'll kill you, but hopefully that won't happen. It'll only happen if you're very unlucky. The main con is that it's very confusing to build because you have to shake your screen left and right like 180 degrees or something. No, like 100 degrees or something to maybe build 2, because the third one you have to really reach out. So that's why it's confusing. Another con is that it's really hard to navigate into another building technique, like a 90 or a different type of cone rush thing, whatever you want to call it, because you have to pick which one to do it, which normally you don't have the time to do it. So you might pick the middle one, then do it, and then those 2 ramps that are branching out will get in your way if you're trying to do some sort of other building technique. Another one is it has minimal cover. Well, I wouldn't say minimal because it's semi-annoying to break, but it doesn't give you cover from above. Like if you're trying to rush up somewhere, unlike the scissor ramp rush, you won't have cover from above you. So yeah, you're gonna either have to do some edits through walls quickly, or you're just gonna have to leave the match if you don't want them to get the kill credit. Finally, the difficulty level. You know what? This is an extremely hard ramp rush actually to be able to reach the 3rd one, so I'm gonna place it at a fat old 6 or 5, I'd say. When it comes to the triple single scissor ramp rush, it is not the best ramp rush, although it definitely is applicable in some situations. So the first pro, and probably the main pro, is that it provides great cover, because from above it provides great cover, and they have to break down 3 different stairs to actually get to you. If you are on the bottom level, if you're on the top level, it will take 6 stairs for them to break, which that will be like 100 AR ammo that they're just gonna waste on that. Another pro, which is pretty big, is that it's not semi-annoying to break, just annoying to break in general. Yeah, Semi, I'm gonna throw you away in the trash after this video. Okay, so it's pretty annoying to break when you're below it or above it, because when you're above it, you can just go into the lower layer, so they have to get through the 3 top ones. If they're below you, they have to get through the 3 bottom ones, and you could possibly be on the top one. So yeah, shows that it gives you tons of space to move around, because it gives you 3 individual ramp sizes to work with. Like, you can maybe make like a triple 1x1 if you're a 1x1 warrior. Maybe nothing's coming on the top of my mind, so whatever. Now let's go to the con. So the main con is that it takes 60 mats per stair, because you have to place stair, 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 and above you stair, stair, stair. So that's 60 mats in total, which the average person at endgame has about 360 of every mat. So you realize if you build 6 ramps up, then you are going to run out of one of those materials, which is very unworth it in my opinion. Another con is that it's really hard to navigate into an actual other building technique like a 90, because 1, the stairs above you obstructing your area, and then 2, it's a triple version, so the process that you're thinking will be, okay, which ramp am I going to choose this on? And then if you're going to try and start another building technique with like a cone after that, the stair above and the stairs below will be obstructing the area where you can build it. So overall, if you're going to try and take high ground with this, I would not recommend it at all. One of the other cons is that it's really confusing to master, because I mean, when you are building the just triple single ramp, or not even scissor, it's so hard to reach that 3rd one, because normally your field of vision is only supposed to place 2 ramps, and it has to place 3 ramps, so you're gonna have to like walk zigzag around the ramp. And then once you have to build a scissor like, you're gonna have to do like zigzag circles all everywhere, and it's just too confusing. It's not too confusing, but it's just more confusing than it's worth. But finally, the difficulty level, which this is actually a really hard ramp rush, just like the triple single ramp rush. See, because you're gonna go really slow on it. I actually rate this at a 6. So guys, this is the one, the ramp rush you've all been waiting for, the single ramp rush. So there are definitely pros and cons to this, and this one has quite a lot to talk about. Let's start with the pros. Or the first pro, and this is the biggest pro on this list, I would say, is it takes only 10 mats per stair. And if you realize that at the average end game, a person has 360 of every mat, that means they can build 36 ramps up, which is so much, and only use up 1 type of their mat. And no one's gonna build like 36 ramps up. Most people build probably 10 ramps up at a time, at most. So that's huge. Another pro is that it's super simple. At any stage of the game, you can learn this, even if it's like your first match. If it's your first match, all you need to do is click a button, and then there you go, you're already doing it. Hold down turbo build, and there you go. Another pro is that you can easily navigate into another build technique. Like, you can build like an insta base. I might upload a video on how to do that later. Like the video if you want me to do that. I mean, you don't have to, only like it if you want to. So yeah, but so when you go into 90, it's really easy because your brain doesn't have to think like, okay, which side of the ramp am I supposed to do this on? Because there's one side you can apply it on. Now for the cons, I'd say the main one is that it's super easy to break because you only have to break down 1 stair, which is probably going to be what, 5 AR bullets, 5 to 10 AR bullets depending on this type of structure. So if someone shoots you down, you're dead unless you can waterfall somehow. Another bad con is that it provides minimal cover for you. Like, if you're trying to push someone and they're above you, unlike the scissor ramp rush, you aren't able to protect yourself from above because there's no cover from above. So you're probably just gonna either have to leave the match or let them kill you. Now finally for the difficulty rating, I just want you guys to make a quick guess in the comments about it. Yeah, it's a 1. It's definitely a 1. So the single scissor ramp rush, I really do like it because it is just applicable in any or almost any situation. And yeah, oh wait, it says double scissor ramp rush. Yeah, I just ignore that, guys. So the main pro, in my opinion, is that it provides cover from above. Because if you're trying to obtain high ground and somebody has high ground on you, you don't want them to be able to hit you from above. So what you would do is use double scissor ramp rush to provide cover from above and maybe add in a cone edit through that so you're practically untouchable. Another pro of the single scissor ramp rush is that it takes 20 mats per stair. And as I said earlier in this video, at the average end game, someone has about 360 of each material. And if it takes 20 mats per stair, you can build quite a bit of stairs. You can build, quick math, 18 stairs. So that's quite a bit. Another pro is that it's really easy to master because once you've learned the single ramp rush, which I think most everybody knows that, maybe 1% of players don't, you would be able to just add a ramp above so you can go really easily. Another one of these pros that is pretty good is that it's really easy to navigate into another technique. Like I said with the single ramp rush, you only have one area to do the thing, and so your brain doesn't have to go through the process of where should I do this, or this. Although it's not as easy to apply another technique because there is a ramp above you that can disrupt your 90 if you don't time it right. Now for the con is that it's really undurable because when someone shoots you from below, you're gonna have to just fall straight down because they're gonna spend maybe 5 bullets trying to do it. Except if you're on the top layer, they only need to shoot down 2, which is still really easy. For the difficulty level, I would not rate this at a 1 because it is, however, harder than the single ramp rush, but I would rate it at a 2 because it's still super easy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was a ton of fun making this. And please hit that like button so I know you like these content, and please consider subscribing because I will be making a part 2 of this where I make a list of the ramp rushes from best to worst, and I'll be going over all the other ones I haven't said today. So thank you for watching and goodbye.